When communicating with others, I find that although verbal communication is important, there are other forms of communication that are overlooked, such as nonverbal. Certain signs would be facial, eye expressions, posture, and movement. Even the appearance when we go and communicate give off nonverbal cues. For example, when dealing with facial or eye contact, in some obvious cases, we can see when someone is happy, sad, mad, or irritated with the situation. But let's say a job interview, for example. Research has actually shown that viewers can often and accurately judge facial expression, and that the eyes themselves communicate a great deal. If skilled in using nonverbal eye contact, you can express and convey the attitude that needs to be or should be reflected in the given situation, be that the look of concern, a happy expression for uplifting spirits, or a serious face for when dealing with a heavy situation. However, eye contact can also vary with cultural differences as well. In some countries, eye contact can seem like a sign of disrespect if done improperly, or what may seem respectful to give eye contact here in the South and Texas may seem disrespectful or a sign of aggression or hostility in the East Coast, where certain various organizations are. Knowing the situation and understanding how to handle it on the spot is a skill that can be learned through practice and observation. Another method of nonverbal expression is your posture and your movement. Some government organizations have made it a duty or a part of their job training to study body language, to determine if someone is lying or hiding the truth. Although some of us aren't planning to work with the CIA or the FBI, we can still learn a thing or two about the posture and movement in our conversations. Some people may even tend to close off their facial expressions sometimes as a way to deter people from knowing something or giving off clues about ourselves. Some would call it the poker face, or give off a bluff, so to speak. Also, some people are less aware about their hands, legs, and foot motion when conversing. The hands could be fidgeting, so that could be indication of nervousness or stressed out, shaking their legs. Maybe they're impatient, or maybe they have anxiety. Depending on the situation, any one of these reasons could be the cause for what they are doing with their body. However, in most cases, it could just be the way they operate. For example, I'll pick on myself. When I'm in deep thought, I have a facial expression of anger, like I'm mad about something, but in reality, I'm just in deep thought. Another is often shaking my leg or my hands, my feet when my feet are planted as well. Why? I don't know. I'm not nervous or impatient about the situation. It just helps me focus. These two behavioral examples exemplify how important nonverbal communication is, how we interact. For example, people might see a furrowed brow, like I was saying, or a shaking leg as a sign of anger or impatience, when really, they can just mean someone is in deep thought. Misunderstanding these signals can confuse the way we interact and work with each other. That's why it's important to pay attention to our own body language and what others are expressing. By realizing that gestures and facial expressions can mean different things, we can connect better with others and avoid getting the wrong idea. This is actually a biblical principle demonstrated by Paul's letter to the Colossians. He says, "Let your speech always be gracious, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how ought to answer each person." Just as we should know how ought to answer someone verbally, we ought to know how to express that in a way that presents ourselves nonverbal manners. But that in our appearance, eye contact, posture, and movement to express how we are reacting to the conversation. Thank you.